Oh, well, my fucking shirt is. Actually, I should have. I'm wearing an actual shirt today, so the mic is gonna be all kicking around it and all. So, yeah, seriously late upload today. I was gonna wait for the two episode 4 and 5. Yeah, to air, and then I was going to do them as a double, and then I just didn't. So now I'm going to, even though the new episode's coming out, tomorrow, or rather the Raws are coming out tonight, as I'm recording this. So yeah. I'm all over the place today. I need to get back into wind. I hate you. I need to get back into doing this full frickin' time. So anyway, the recap for this. I hate wind now. That's the thing I hate now is wind. It ruins my damn. Anyway, moving on. The TV tropes for episode 4 is very small. There's not a lot of detail in it. It just says Sento is brought back to the cafe by Shoichi, while Ryuga and Sawa make their way to Nabashima's family in Seto. What could Faust have in mind by reclaiming Nabashima's body again? And to answer that question, it's to turn him into another smash. It's to turn him into the Square Smash. Yeah, right episode. I haven't seen him in a couple of days, so I'm relying on memory here, and as you might all know, my memory isn't very good, so I'm just gonna wing it. What was this? Anyway, we get the debut of Bloodstark in two ways. He is actually the one who gives the tip-off for the smash, and that he Sento only has a limited time to actually defeat it, or side effects will start happening. We don't actually know what those are, but as he defeats the smash, like all of the other people who were experimented on, he loses his memory. And Ryuga is the one who is most pissed here, due to Nabashima being the only one at this point who can testify against him to say that he didn't kill the professor. I think. I think it was the professor. Yeah, it was doctor or professor. It was one of the two. I know that. So anyway, So they bring him back. They bring Nobashima back to the is that a duck? Huh, who knew my neighbors had ducks? Interesting. Anyway, actually getting back on topic, because my brain is, again, all over the place. I can still hear it. It's fucking funny. Oh, I hate that noise. I swear I might go back home and just change my damn shirt. Okay then. That's getting erased. So yeah, they bring him back to... They bring his family and him, Nobashima's family and Nobashima, back to the cafe and into Build's HQ. And that's when Ryuga... sorry, before that. That's when Nobashima's daughter tries to say, like, hey, that's a go-kart. That's friggin' awesome. That's a really small one, too. I'm getting so off topic. Because I don't remember that episode. All I remember from that episode is that the daughter is trying to say, like, I finished or learned how to do cat's cradle. And he goes, who are you? And then Sento goes on to explain that his memories have been taken from him, and in order to get those in order for him to get those memories back, that he needs to make new memories with them, and they'll surely come back. And he explains it in this really cool way. Anyway, so at the end of the episode, and I'm really condensing this down because I have another episode to get through, and that one has a lot more detail in it, and a new form, a new best match. So as they get up to leave, damn it, oh, never mind. As all three of them get up to leave, Nobashima spots the thing in the corner, the best match. And Rabbit Tank, Gorilla Diamond, and Hawk Gatling are all plugged in. And he runs over to it and goes, oh, these bottles have their own place too. And Ryuga goes, I thought only Misora could make full bottles. How do those bastards have them? That's literally the line, I think, for the subs that I get anyway. And the camera looks at Misora and she's looking scared. Like, oh no, they know. And Sento, takes a mallet and he starts destroying the wall. And he takes out the panel, and it's a Pandora panel. We learn in the episode that when Astronaut touched the Pandora box, the panels changed colors, and 2 green panels came off. And we see that Night Rogue has one, and then we learn that the heroes have one too. And so, moving on to episode 5, and that synopsis is, it's it's a really quick, like, shift, but I have to do it because there's no other way that I can do it. There's no other way that I can do it. There's a really long intro, which I love. I'm not going to read it, but it's really... I like the intros with Sento and Ryuga and sometimes Shuichi and Misora as they kind of talk about what's happened. Especially in episode 5, because it's like, this is what has happened so far, and they basically run down the entire plot of the 5 episodes. It's really funny. Go! Anyway, so it says, after the reveal of the Pandora box. It should be Pandora's box, not Pandora's. I'm dumb. But it should be Pandora box, not Pandora's box. That's what I was trying to say. I'm a dumbass. It should be Pandora box, not Pandora's box. Because it says after the reveal of the Pandora's box panel, when it should read, after the reveal of after the reveal of the Pandora box's panel beneath the cafe, he reveals that his past, the cafe owner. It says his first/second name, but I don't know how to read it, so I'm gonna continue. So anyway, the owner reveals the That's an old truck. He reveals his past to Sento and Ryuga. He was an astronaut that found the Pandora. He was the astronaut that found the Pandora. Yeah, the Pandora's box on Mars, as well as the one who touched it and created the sky wall, though he can't explain why he did it. At one point, Faust kidnapped Misora to utilize her powers, and Shuichi infiltrated the organization by offering the 2 panels that flew off the box. He soon took the chance and fled with his daughter, not without taking back one of the panels and going into hiding. When he found Sento a year back, he knew that he had a chance. He knew that this was a chance to put a Kobayashi on Faust's plans, and coerced him to become Build. But this isn't the only past revealed, as Sawa comes in saying that she found someone that knew Sento. And that someone is... I don't know how to read that name. It's Sento's roommate, as well as a member of his punk band. While Kiryu reels from the shock of his past, Bloodstark plans an elaborate scheme to test Build's metal. I should have really paused this. It's like, right, note to self. Cut this basically all out. Doggy! Another doggy. I own 3. Again, what I'm saying is practically useless because I'm cutting it out anyway. Let's go, Zoe. Let's go. And this time I actually remember what the fuck I was talking about. And I don't have to be like, wait, what was I talking about? Because I'm not an idiot this time. Stay. Oh, and there is going to be a little change to the visuals. I am going back to doing it in my podcast style of there's not much to see. I mean, I don't know. There might be pictures here and there. It's just that it's. I'm lazy and it's too much work, basically. Plus, that's not what this is. That's not what this show is about. I created the show as a podcast. You know, a way to put my voice out there, basically. So I'm going to be reverting it back to the way it was before. I am still going to be doing that as every best match comes out. I can't talk. As every best match comes out, I'll be putting that face as my picture, quote unquote. So anyway, there's a lot happens in this episode, and one of the things I wanted to talk about was the utilization of the Pandora panel. There is a shot of every single full bottle he has on the ground. He's on the floor with the Pandora panel, and in the previous episode, number 4, the Ninja Kamen, No. Whoops. The Ninja full bottle was created, nothing else. In this episode, the comic full bottle was created. And so he's sitting there with the Ninja full bottle, kind of trying to find out what the best match is. And again, it's really stupid because Ryuga just comes up, I believe he has the Ninja full bottle plugged in. Ryuga just comes by, picks up the comic full bottle, and plugs it in. And it's the best match. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, what? He should have been like, yeah, so much for your equations now. Oh, I find it really stupid that he does that. It's just really dumb. Hold on, get back here. Go. Oh, 2 seconds. Ugh. Oh wow, and now it gets hot out here. That's awesome. Stupid weather. So yeah, he starts, Ryuga is talking to him about something, And then he just starts talking about creating a weapon that goes with ninja comics. Yeah. And in this episode, we get our first utilization of Bloodstark. He, after Senthal, which isn't actually his real name. It's Kiryu Senthal is something that the owner named him. His real name is yeah. I don't actually remember what it is, but he has a real name out there somewhere. Anyway, so after he, that being Senthal, is basically confronted with his old life, he being the person who showed him, the roommate and friend, gets kidnapped and turned into a smash. And so he, being Build, is fighting said smash, and Bloodstark shows up. And he is in the his rabbit tank form. And he does his Voltec finish, and the equation comes up. He jumps, kicks, and Bloodstark just kind of catches it and holds him there by his foot. Like nothing. Like, oh yeah, I do this all the time. And then he says something about hazard level something. And then he does it again at a different time. And that was a higher hazard level than before because he was angry. And so what happens is that he defeats the smash, and I think Bloodstark actually talks to Ryuga and tells him that if you don't defeat the smash, it was either Bloodstark or Shuichi, I don't remember who. Someone talked to him and told him that if you don't, defeat the smash and take the essence, that it might go back to the Faust's headquarters. And so he gets the plan. He makes a plan. Ryuga makes a plan. And decides to, as Build is finishing, Build stupidly again canceled the transformation after taking his essence, I believe. I don't think that's what happened, but that might have been what happened. What are you doing? He was either in suit or out of suit. I don't remember which. But he shows Ryuga the full bottle and goes like, haha, I got it. And Ryuga walks over and goes, yeah! Hands on his shoulder, kicks him in the gut, and knocks him out. Taking the full bottle and giving the roommate his Smash essence back. And that's where the episode leaves us. The whole time. They're at because I am a man. I'm a dude who can look at a situation and go, all right, this might happen. Or, okay, this might happen. Like, as soon as I heard the conversation with frickin' whoever, telling them that it might go back to the headquarters, I was like, no, don't be a dumbass. Don't. Just don't. And he does it anyway. A big old dumbass. I hated it. But, and I skipped out on that because I couldn't remember. The weapon he creates is called the 4-panel something. I know there's a hole in there somewhere for sword, but it's a 4-paneled weapon that he touches one of the panels and it gives him an ability. Yeah. It's hot out here. God damn it. I need to do this at night like I used to. And it was less windy, well, less hot, less bright. Yeah, I need to go back to doing this in the winter. So I just need to fast forward in the future. Anyway. So overall, the 2 episodes were pretty good. Ryuga's an idiot, as is most people. We are starting to learn more about, hey, sorry, there's a lot of Halloween decorations out here already. It's like, that'll give you a time frame when I record this. But anyway, we're learning about we've learned about his past. Some of it. The roommate said that Sento got approved for a trial of a new drug. And he did this so that he could get some money that the roommate needed. There are yard sales going around here or what? I see a Coke can though. So funny. So anyway, yeah, we're learning more about his backstory, and we've learned that we've learned a little bit about the owner's backstory. Still not much on Misura's. And I don't know if I like that or not. I would like to know how how her powers actually work. How she actually purifies the full bottles. Where he got the unpurified full bottles from. And how it all works. Like, who created the full bottles? If it was him, then fine, okay, I'll believe that. But I don't think it is. Obviously, he built the build driver, but he had to have a template, basically a template, as to how to do that. with 2 full bottles. You had to look at it. You had to basically look at them and go, all right, this looks like this, so I'm gonna model. Hi, I'm Marmaduke. I'm gonna model the driver after this. And basically go through the process of, all right, this is what this looks like, this is what this is gonna do, and stuff like that. He even says it. He says, that the build driver was originally only to facilitate the powers, the suit for build, the ability to transform and all that. And that he modified it so that it would scan for best matches. Not the way I thought it was going to, but hey, that's me. It's like, if you know what scanning is in any piece of technology, you don't really plug anything in, do you? No, you just, scanning stuff. I completely lost track of thought. Oh, right, the scanning of the full bottles. He has to plug them in. He basically plugs them into the 2 different slots, and it'll say, like, rabbit, tank, best match. Well, he can do that with the panel as well. So is there a need for both of those things to exist? Because, I mean, if you already have a device that does what you made the driver do, is there a reason that they both exist? Because, I mean, and why can the Pandora panel do that? It doesn't make any sense. We know where it came from, but who created it? Who created the Pandora panel? Box. What's it made out of? What does it do? I still think he's going to use it for an upgrade, though. Somehow, he's going to break into it one day. Or he's going to use it to power something. Because they said that the other 2... The other 2 territories, basically, were wanting the power source from the Pandora box. And that's why they were trying to basically... I guess they were at war, kind of. But not really. It's more like a... Wow, sorry. Stupid looking car. It's basically a I don't actually know, but all 3 of them want it, and only one total, I believe, is actually concerned about economic rebuilding, basically. Because in episode 3, I believe, there was a meeting, and I'm gonna have to start yelling. This is awesome! I love my job. they all three of the territories had a meeting, and Koto is the only one that was concerned about the rebuilding of economics, like trying to unify all three of the territories back into one, back as it used to be. Bloodstark has the power to make the government robots turn into Faust robots. You know those government cyborgs with the guns who really want to shoot people, even though it's a quote-unquote pacifist place? With just a flick of his hand, literally a flick of his hand, he can, basically there's a panel on their face that when he flicks his hand, it pops off. And then they're government ones, they're Faust ones. It makes no sense. Why were those created exactly? Like, I don't get it. There's so many questions I have for this universe. And I really hate this. This, I mean, yeah, exactly. Anyway, there's just so many questions I have for this universe, and I'm pretty sure they'll be answered down the line. Like some of the questions for Xaid, not relevant at all now, but why were the Gashets made? Okay, sorry, there's one thing that you can't ask in any Kamen Rider universe. And that is, why was this made to look like it is? Like I just asked then, why were the Gashets made to look as they are? Like, why were they made like that? You can't ask that question because there is literally no answer. It could be a literal number of things. Well, I guess for Xaid's sake, a lot of the game cartridges, quote unquote, look like that. I don't know, I get, that's what they said, basically. I completely lost my train of thought. That's what they said. They said they told Hero that the Rider cartridge, the Rider Gashets are extremely rare. That there's only one in, the amount they made in production. Which tends to make sense, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. But anyway. Go that way. Go around, come on. I didn't mean like that. Oh, great, I have stickers on my shoe. completely lost my train of thought. I'm not good at this. Some say I should quit. To them I say no. Ah, God damn, it's really bright out here. I hate this. Mitsukieta! 8 o'clock. Oh my goodness! Sorry. Yeah, so that's basically all I have. You know, till next time, I guess. Not really the best episode in the world, but it's gonna have to do for now. Just saying. Tomorrow, Monday, I hope, there can be an actual schedule of frickin' videos. Coherent schedule. Mondays each week, maybe. Life, let's just see. Hope. So